Welcome! Thank you for joining me on another adventure. Today we're in a 2023 INFINITI Q50 Luxe. I love the Q50. I used to have an INFINITI G35, which the Q50 ended up evolving into. One awesome sport luxury sedan. Today our adventure is a little bit closer to home. Last adventure we took a QX80 into the Capitol Forest in Olympia. But today we're a little bit closer to home. I really don't actually plan on leaving Fife. Fife, Washington is what you'd call an interstate town. We have a major interstate I-5 not too far from us. It's a relatively small, I guess, town, but technically it's a city. Not very big. You can quickly drive through Fife on I-5 on your way to Tacoma or on your way to Federal Way. And most people might drive through Fife and this is their only perception of it. Port truck traffic, a few homeless people, some riffraff, a lot of businesses and car dealerships. But I've worked in Fife for 18 years and Fife has a beautiful side to it. Fife has nice little hidden gems, some nice parks. So that's what we're going to do today on this adventure. I'm going to show you the little bit, I guess, prettier side of Fife, the more nature-oriented side. So maybe, I don't think you're gonna specifically come here just to visit these cool places, but maybe if you're here for service or you're traveling and you want to stop to take your dog out for a walk or something like that, or just get some fresh air. These are some little hidden gems in Fife, Washington. So maybe if you're visiting us for service, you want to take a little bit of break, when you're leaving, go to a nice park, go for a walk, see some nature. This might be a little bit of a guide to show you some of the little nice hidden gems that we have here in Fife, Washington. So thanks for joining me and let's see what we can find. All right, one of our little stops. This isn't really a spot you can walk around, but it's definitely a really cool spot I wanted to show you. And it's a new development. This beautiful nature preserve was recently built. For years, this was all just grasslands, tall grass. Even over there, this was all grass, and they built these huge, fulfillment centers, UPS and other, fulfillment centers and shipping companies. Maybe part of the deal of, taking all this, natural grassland and putting tarmac on it, maybe part of the deal is that they'd have to build something like this. But we have this beautiful nature preserve for lots of birds and wildlife to come in here. Water flows in here. Really, really cool. And yeah, a little bit more of a prettier side to Fife that not everyone knows about. And it's not too far. You can see the Port of Tacoma is right over there. Pacific Highway's just right over there. And yeah, really beautiful spot. And just figured I'd mention that, and let's continue our little journey. All right, this is another spot. It's kind of an old spot, but it's been remediated. We'll snap a picture here. This is the Interurban Trailhead. So the Interurban Trail, they're doing some construction. This used to be Storino Farms farmland, but I think what they're going to do here is they're actually going to connect, if I remember correctly, they're going to connect 167. They're going to connect 167 to I-5. So right here, all this construction, they're going to build this a highway or some sort of roadway that's going to connect to 167 in Puyallup, which will be really nice. But we have this beautiful little trailhead over here. It's a little bit of a walking to get there. I'm not going to walk the whole way, but I can show you another spot. Maybe we'll go to another spot where it spits out. But we have this lovely interurban trail that's bike friendly, foot traffic friendly, where you can walk through a mixture of urban areas like this and some trees and some meadows and stuff. Really beautiful. Definitely a place to check out. Come and visit. If you like to bicycle, get a little fresh air, take your dog for a walk. This is a great spot to do it. They have plenty of parking, and it's only a couple minutes from our dealership, believe it or not. All right, let's keep on moving along and see what else we can find. All right, so I literally just maybe drove another minute from where I was before. I'm actually in the next town over, Milton, town I used to call home. I actually used to live right up there. That's a whole different story. But just kind of show you a little bit nicer aspect of the interurban trail. I didn't want to, take 10 minutes to walk through the city part, but you can see this is kind of the other part of the urban trail and how beautiful it is. It's like 80 degrees today, so a trail like this is nice. You have this nice tree cover. In the sun it's very uncomfortable, but right now there's a gentle breeze. You have the shade from these lovely trees. Really nice spot to go for a walk. Maybe we might come back here with our dog Polly and go for a little walk. And this interurban trail just goes on for miles and miles. I don't know exactly how far it goes, but when I get back and edit this video, I'll make sure I'll give you some more information on this interurban trail, where it starts, where it ends, how far it goes, how long it is, all that pertinent information. But you can see this is a wonderful little spot to go for a walk with you and your significant other or your furry little friend. And just another little hidden gem in the city of Fife, which most people, like I said, driving through, they're not going to realize that there's all these little hidden beautiful areas, these little nature spots. It's not just highways, it's not just city and warehouses and tweakers. There's a lot of beautiful aspects to Fife. All right, let's see what else we can find before this little adventure comes to an end. I always had a love for quaint little roads, and we have one right here in Fife, Washington. This is one, Freeman Road. It's right off of Valley Avenue, and it's almost like the little area of Fife that has become forgotten. It's a little 25-mile-an-hour road. Farmland, warehouses. Look at this Fairwood Gym. I don't know how old this gym is or how long ago it was open, but yeah, just a little forgotten piece of Fife history. Maybe I'll see if I can dig up some history on what's going on. Really interesting little road, and there's a really cool park right off this road on an even more quaint little road, so we'll hop in and see if we can find it. Yeah, so Freeman Road kind of resides in Fife, right between Valley Avenue, and then we have Levy Road up that way. That's why we see all this traffic. All these people are cutting through to Levy Road. They get home towards Puyallup in that area. So it does actually, for a quiet little road, it does have a decent amount of traffic on it. You can see we have some farmland over there. I don't know what they're planting over there, if those are cucumbers or look like they might be zucchini. A little interesting scene going on over here. I don't know exactly what's happening over there. I wouldn't want to be their neighbor. Little empty fields. Probably in another 10 years, this will sadly probably become, more warehouses, more fulfillment centers. That just seems to be the theme of things going by. Oh, and that was the road I was supposed to get on. It goes by so fast. Then we have this dead end here that we're going to turn around. But yeah, we have all these little roads, and it looks like they were going to continue to build, but it just kind of seems like the construction development in this area kind of sputtered out, and we're just kind of left with this empty vacant land and a few houses. There's a few nice houses here. It's kind of an interesting mixed bag. In Freeman Road, there's some nice houses over here, some pride of ownership, and then there's some places that are kind of a little sketchy, to be honest with you. Notice of land use permit application. That's probably the beginning of the end. Like I said, another 5 years, maybe sooner, there'll probably be like a UPS or Amazon warehouse there. And then here we go, is an even quainter road. This is 48th Street east. Then I've only driven it once before. I've never actually been to this park, but if I remember correctly, there's a little park off this road with kind of a little pond that you can walk around, which is kind of cool. The pond's actually pretty easily visible if you've driven down Levy Road in Fife. And if you're curious how to get there, this is the way there. Oh, here we go. Community Gardens, Levy Pond Park. Plenty of parking. And it looks like I'm really the only one here aside from looks like a groundskeeper, someone doing some maintenance to the parks, which is nice, keeping it nice and pretty for us. Let's check it out. Never been to this park before. I've seen it many times driving by. It's not a huge one, but it's a nice little park that goes around a pond. Great little area to take your furry friend for a walk. This is really nice. I like it. Lily pads, a few ducks. And there's a nice paved walkway. It looks like it goes right around this pond. And then out in the distance, you have a nice view of the amazing Mount Rainier, which I never, ever grow tired of looking at. What a beautiful day today. Almost not a cloud in the sky. For those of you not from the Pacific Northwest, one of our little secrets is for 2-3 months in the summertime, this is the weather. I know we have a reputation for rainy weather, but the hidden secret about the Seattle area is that in the summertime, this is probably one of the best places to be in the whole country, maybe the whole world. We actually just had some relatives visiting a couple weeks ago from Hawaii. You know, they're in the Kona area, and they were just raving about how nice it is. They're like, yeah, in Kona, you know, you go outside, you get burned, but even though it's nice and warm out here, the sun's not as intense. And I can tell you, I'm a very fair-skinned person, and growing up on the East Coast, I used to get, you know, burned to a crisp at the beach, but I can spend all day out here in the sun, and I might get a little tan, maybe a little bit of a mild sunburn, but for some reason the sun's not as intense as other parts of the country. Definitely not in Hawaii. Even with sunblock on, I got burnt to a crisp. So over here we have some community gardens. I love gardening myself. Luckily, I'm blessed to have a little garden area in the back of my yard. I don't have to use a community garden. But for people that live in apartments and places around here that don't have that, this is a nice little spot to garden. And over there, I'll take a picture, is the beautiful Mount Rainier. One of the things I really love about the summertime here in the Pacific Northwest is the amazing wildflowers. We have so many colorful wildflowers here in the spring and summertime. In this spot, they are just full bloom. A little treat from Mother Nature, always welcome in my book. I would have to say, hands down, one of the nicest and newest parks in Fife is this one coming up over here. Pretty easy for any of you guys to find, and I highly recommend you coming out and checking out this one. This is called Brookville Gardens. Sometimes it can actually be pretty crowded, not too bad today since it's a weekday. And like I said, this is probably one of the nicest parks here in Fife. So let's get out and check it out. Before my camera dies. I have new GoPro batteries, but I forgot to bring them. So if my battery dies before this is over, I'll have to revert to my old camera. But But yeah, I think this park was maybe only built 2-3 years ago. And it's pretty big. They have nice bathroom facilities, a nice playground. Looks like you can rent it out. And they have like these covered areas where you can have like barbecues and stuff like that. We have this really cool bridge, this little walking pedestrian bridge. In the rainy season, it gets, you know, turns into wetlands down here. I think there's even a little stream that goes under here. And you have these lovely paved walkways that goes throughout the park. I'm not going to walk the whole thing because it's really big, but you'll get a kind of quick idea how nice it is. So we have these nice walking trails that are paved, and then over here we have a nice picnic area, and I think they have like barbecues. Yep, there's some barbecues and stuff like that, so you can bring the family out, have a nice barbecue, have a little covered area to get out of the sun, plenty of space for the kids to run around, the dogs to run around. Very well maintained. Absolutely beautiful park, really nice playground, real bathrooms, which is not always easy to find. Yeah, definitely come check out this park. It's the best one. All right, I think we have one or two more to check out before this little adventure is over. Let's see what we can find. Our last stop is actually near Sportco in Fife. I'm a frequent customer of Sportco for various sporting goods. This is kind of like a little hidden park that I stumbled on pretty much by accident. You wouldn't expect it to be where it is, and I don't know why they would have made a park there, because I don't know if anyone really knows where it is. I guess you'll know now. So let's check it out. So obviously I just passed Sportco, and then towards the end of the road, after passing, taking a left at Sportco, we come to another park. So we have the Frank Albert Parkway. Like I said, it's like in the middle of a business park. You wouldn't expect it to be here. I didn't expect it to be here. So let's take a little walk and check it out. My GoPro is at 23%, so perfect timing because this is the last stop today. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever actually walked and checked out the park, but you can see it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. You would not expect the park to be here. But I guess if you're looking for a little privacy, you're probably not going to find too many other people at this park. It's a nice little paved walkway, 88 degrees. I was kind of uncomfortably hot. I had the AC full blast, but it's really cool. A lot cooler, a little bit of a breeze coming through here. Very nice place to get into nature, get out of the heat of the summertime, and go for a little walk. Wow, I don't know how far these trails go or where they go, but it's possible that these could, I don't think it would connect to the park I was at before, or if this is part of the interurban trail. It's a good question. Look at these beautiful blue skies we're having. Not a cloud in the sky. Lovely day to get out of the office and take a little stroll in some of the nicer areas of the city I work in. But I guess you have all these people that work in these warehouses and stuff like that. Man, I guess if you're working in a warehouse all day, moving boxes, working a forklift, driving a truck, I guess having a little park right here is a nice spot to take a little break, maybe vape, have a smoke, go for a little walk, get a little fresh air, just chill, sit on the bench, go on your phone, clear your mind, get out of the monotony of your daily work. This is actually a really nice little trail. I wish I had more time today to walk the whole thing. The good news is that you can come here and you can explore it yourself and see where it goes. This is just feels so nice. We have this nice shaded tree area. It's about 10-15 degrees cooler than standing out in the sun. That last park we were at was beautiful. Not much tree cover, so you're kind of just out in the open. On a hot sunny day like this, it can get kind of uncomfortable, but this is just the complete opposite, and you have it all to yourself pretty much. Obviously, you know, you're by yourself walking down a trail like this. It's probably good to always have a phone, some sort of way to protect yourself, mace, some sort of self-defense. Especially if you're walking around by yourself, because sometimes you can run into less than savory individuals eventually, unfortunately. I can tell you, all the sketchy people that are in the parks where I go, once I pull out the cameras and start videotaping, it's like tweaker repellent. They just scramble when they see the video cameras. So I guess that's a good way to get rid of sketchy people at your park. Oh yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. Actually, it looks like it's coming to an end here. So maybe it's not that big of a trail. Actually, the trail looks like it continues. I see toilet paper over there. I don't want to stumble into someone's campsite. Well, thank you for joining me in this little adventure around the city of Fife where we work. Maybe on the next adventure we'll go someplace a little bit further away, a little bit more exotic. But I just wanted to show everyone that, you know, the part of Fife that you might see all the time is not the whole picture. There's a prettier, more outdoorsy, more nature-oriented aspect of Fife, Washington that you might not know. So like I said, if you're in the area, you're visiting for service, you want to check out a nice little spot to get some fresh air, go for a walk, visit one of these spots. I think you might at least like one of them. All right, well, until next time, thanks for joining me in this little adventure, and we'll see you again.